Hey guys, welcome to Daddy Share Space. So today I have another tool unboxing. As you already know, I have the Domino XL and I also have the Festool DF500 in the shop. These are joinery tools, and the reason why I have these out is because today I want to introduce a new joinery tool to the shop. We're going to do that unboxing right now. Okay, we actually have two boxes here to unbox. And we have a smaller box here as well. Alright, so two boxes to unbox. Let's start with the bigger one, the main attraction. Get my unboxing knife here. Alright, so let's see what we have inside. First and foremost, we have this item here. We're going to go over everything here shortly. So I'm just going to set this to the side. We also have this here. Alright, we'll go over all of this shortly. Bunch of styrofoam in there. Okay. So, looks like we're going to make a little bit of a mess. Actually, I'm going to set this on the floor and pull it up and out. So we've got a uniquely looking, or unique sustainer today. So it is a sustainer, but obviously it's not the typical green accent color. It's a red accent color. So let's turn it around and see what we have here. What we have is the Lamello Zeta P2, and this is a joinery device made by Lamello. And right here, just going over what I have here, this is the Climax drilling kit for the Climax connectors right there, and this right here is actually the Climax P tool. It's a flexible type of screwdriver, cam screwdriver for locking and unlocking the cams. Alright. Alright, let's open it up. And there we go. The Lamello, whatever that was that fell. The Lamello Zeta P2. Alright. So let's pull these things out like one at a time. First and foremost, looks like we've got some kind of chart here. It shows all the components that are on the inside. There's this wheel here. What else does it say here? Climax P, and it's got all the different types of connectors on this chart. It's screwed in. It's like a plastic type material. This right here is a device that gives you the ability to, basically when you line it up, it tells you the stock, the settings that you need for each individual type of stock. 16 millimeter, 18 millimeter, 19 millimeter, and so on and so forth. So obviously I'll have to convert that or do through trial and error to Imperial if I'm using an Imperial product. Now if I buy 18 millimeter plywood, which I purchase on a frequent basis, then I could use this scale to actually get my plunge depths and settings for the actual machine. We've got, it comes with a 2-year warranty. Now I did buy an extended warranty through Amazon, so I also protected my purchase in that way. I need to fill out and send in the warranty card, it looks like, so I will be doing that. Got a manual here. Looks like it's quite a few pages, but anyway, so you got a manual. I will be taking a look at that because I don't want to muck this up. Here I've got, this is the P system drill jig that comes in the package. This here is a Climax P drill jig. Trying to see if it's exactly the same thing. It doesn't appear to be, but I'll take a closer look when we get to really using the device. And then you've got a small assortment of connectors, so it's a very limited amount of connectors here to try out. We'll look at those more closely here shortly. We've got an auxiliary fence here. Let's move some of these other things out of the way. So we've got the auxiliary fence. Okay. Interesting. It comes with a few tools. It looks like a kind of like a star bit, screwdriver, an Allen key, some bumpers for the front of the device, and a small Allen key as well. You also get these shims. And these help you to set like distances and such. I have seen them used, but I'll have to kind of read the manual and review that to try to determine exactly how those work. I don't see any. Okay, yeah, up here this is a this is a 4mm and a 2mm marking on this one. Both of them are the same. The lips here are 4mm and 2mm. And that looks like everything. So this is the final product here, which is the Lamello itself. Okay. So we'll set this out of the way for a bit and just take a closer look at the device. So obviously this looks very similar to a biscuit joiner, as many people always say. Let's go ahead and loosen this here, lower down the fence. We've got a piece of foam in there. I'll pop this in here. So we've got a fence that goes all the way up to 90 and then 0. You've got setting here, and the settings are max, 0, 10, 20, S, D, and the knob actually rotates all the way through. Over here you have another knob right here, and this one actually, let's see how it turns. Okay, you actually pull it back and it turns. All right, so this is off. And then that's 18. All right, this is 15, 14, 12, 10, and off. So what I see here is this red area here when it's off. Let me just see, let me lock this down here. When I plunge, okay, so when I plunge in the off position, it does not activate the feature where the actual blade of the device goes up and down to create the channel for the actual hardware. So I see that, and then so if I'm using a 10, let's see if this rotates both ways. Yeah, it does. Then it actuates the device here, as you can see. All right. And then if I go 12, it's giving me a little bit more distance before it actuates. 14, even more. 15, 18. And so with the 18, does not seem to activate it, at least on here. But when I go back to 15, it does actuate the button. Let me go back to 18 again. Okay, that may have something to do with this. So this is 0. Okay, this is the max. And okay, so I'm seeing a correlation here. So this knob right here, as you turn it, there are actually holes in the channel here. So if you want it to 0, that means it will only go so far. But if you turn it to 10, it'll go in for the 10. If I turn it to 20, it'll go in a little bit further. But as I push it in, it does not actuate against this red piece of metal here. You actually have to, this goes a little bit closer, and the D goes closer still, but it just touches, but it doesn't depress. You have to go into the max setting, and the max setting actually depresses the button, as you can see right here. Okay, so these two knobs work in conjunction with one another. All right. It's got this handle here. Does this handle move, or does it just stay stagnant? Looks like it's in position. Okay. You got your dust chute here. Look at the bottom of the device. And a nice heavy duty cord here. And so let's get a look at this in relationship to both the DF700 and the DF500. So let me grab those. So this here is the Festool domino. So you can get a good size comparison here. Okay. And then the Domino XL. And lay that up there so you can kind of see the difference in sizes here. Okay, so this is a new addition to my shop here. I'm very excited to use it, to try it out, to see how well it works or doesn't work. I have not been using my dominoes as much as I hope to, but as I've spoken in many videos, it's because I'm kind of growing my skill set, and for me it's almost like I'm building my own wood shop school and acquiring the tools so that I can go around to each station and over time master each one of these tools and get proficient at it. The reason why I actually purchased the Lamello was because it actually has several fittings, which we have here in this box or in this little bag. One of the fittings is called the Climax, which was one fitting that I was pretty excited about. And what the Climax allows you to do, let's see here, this looks like it's a Climax. It's a little, almost looks like a biscuit, but it's a biscuit that comes apart and such, right? So let's see, is this the right one? No, this is not the other side to it. Let me see which one is the side to it. Is it this one? Maybe. This is my first time hands-on with the device, so I'm still getting to know it. All right, this right here, I think this is, yeah, this is a Flexus, this particular one here. This one doesn't fit there, but it does fit this one. So I'm thinking this may be the connector for the Climax. Let me just look a little bit closer. No, okay, this one, okay. So this is a small 10 Climax. This one here, that's not it. Okay, this is the bigger Climax, the 14. All right, so we've got a 10 and a 14. You've got their biscuits here. oversized biscuits, and then a regular biscuit. Now apparently you could switch out the blade in the Lamello and actually use it as a regular biscuit joiner. This is a Flexus connector here, and the Flexus connector has these little prongs that go in for putting in a shelf, like in a already constructed piece of work. We've got two of the Tenso connectors. So this is one here. That's the 14, and then this is the 10 Tenso connector here for connecting. Wait a minute, I think this is the 10 right here. Maybe no. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is the 10. I imagine. Okay. Biscuit, smaller biscuit, regular type of biscuit right here, and then this is like the Divario, I believe, and it slides into place and locks in once you get it in there. This is how you can put in a shelf as well. I'm not going to put those together because I'm not sure about how it comes apart. Now this Climax here, right, you take the Allen key. I don't know if this is the right size, but let's see. Or if you have to provide one yourself. So it looks like in the actual kit, it does not come with the Allen key that is there one inside of here? Well, this is actually a separate purchase here. Just look inside of this little bag here. In this bag you get some kind of connector, which I gotta do some research and find out what that is. This is the actual drilling guide. It's got the two pieces here. Okay, right there. We've got the actual drill bit itself for drilling the holes to access the actual Climax locking mechanism. There's some instructions in here, and then there's a small Allen key in here as well. Let me just take a look and see. So yeah, that doesn't fit there. And let's see if this screwdriver that comes with it actually works with this. And it does not. This doesn't work with it. The bigger key doesn't work with it. So that's interesting. I wonder if I'm missing something or overlooking something. So based upon what I see thus far, I do not see the Allen key for activating the actual Climax connector. However, I watched a video and I became aware of this product here, which is the Climax P tool, and as you can see, it kind of has this motion graphic on the front because you're able to bend it in different orientations to access the Climax. So this should have the head that is necessary to access the Climax. So you see here it's got a bendable form factor here, and you just stick it in and lock it, and it doesn't come apart. But you can go back in and unlock it, and there you go. Let's lock it again. And unlock it. So something I would say off the bat, you know, just looking at the stuff that you get with the kit, which is, or with the actual machine itself, which is this right here, I'm a little bit disappointed that it didn't come with a key I'll keep looking through the stuff that came with it to be able to access this. That means that after spending the amount of money that you would spend on the Lamello, that you would have to come back and either purchase this or use another, like a Allen key that you already have, which this right here isn't cheap. This is like $47 just for this device itself. But when I saw it in one of the Lamello videos, it seemed pretty usable because you can get down in some nice places to be able to tighten or untighten the Climax connectors, or rather lock or unlock. So I think that, let me just get these out of the way for right now. I think that this is going to be something that I'm going to have to kind of, sit down and tinker with to actually get it up and running and doing what I would like it to do. I did hear that one of the people that got one of these said it comes with a small amount of fittings. That is absolutely true. You get one of each. You get one of each style. You get 2 size biscuits. You get 2 size Climax. You get 2 size Tenso. You only get 1 Divario and 1 Flexus connector, and all of these you have to purchase, separately. And this machine, this is what it's based and built on, unless of course you want to buy a blade, switch out the blade, and use it as a regular biscuit joiner, and then you can go buy these, fairly inexpensive biscuits to use. I bought it for these connectors specifically, both the Tensos and these Climax. I bought it for both. But I'm very excited about trying out these Climax, because since I'm building a lot of things, I've been using a lot of pocket screws and stuff like that. I feel like with the Climax, I'll be able to put projects together. If I don't like the way it's coming together, I can actually take it back apart. I can reuse these, because these are not cheap, in a different project, which is something that I had hoped to achieve with the Festool connector kit. However, through extensive research, I've come to realize that when you tighten down the Festool connector kit, what ends up happening is the little metal wings, they kind of dig into the wood, and basically you would have to cut that out. Whereas these right here just slide into a groove, which makes it a very convenient knockdown fitting, which is what this device does. It helps you to make knockdown furniture, knockdown fitting furniture. So yeah, I have been basically pushing to get this for quite some time, and now that I have it here in the shop, I'm excited about putting it through its paces and trying it out. So I think what I'll do is, I think I'm going to, well, honestly, let me just be real. This is just going to be just an unboxing, because, you're seeing this for the first time. This is my first time touching this device. I don't want to destroy it. It's not a cheap device. I need to read through the manual to make sure I understand how to operate it, and try to diminish how much of a fool I look like using it, being that I understand the concept of the tool. I do feel confident that I can use the tool, but I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to waste anything or destroy anything. But anyways, so working with this is going to come in a video very soon, and there's a YouTube video that I watched online where a guy used the Climax connectors, or these Tenso connectors, in conjunction with Festool dominoes to align and clamp things together. And this right here, I'm hoping that these Tenso connectors can actually be an alternative to clamps for me for projects that I do glue up. As I had said in a previous video that I had put like a bunch of Bessie clamps in my cart, and it had come up to like $1,300. Well, this is just a little bit more than that. And you have these plastic fittings. This is a little bit easier to store than clamps. Now, this may not work in the way that I hope it will, but I'm hoping it does. That means that, you know, it'll be more expensive to clamp things up because these are consumable, but it also offers another option of being able to take things apart, put them back together. So if you make some mistakes in your project, you don't just throw these away. You know, they actually slide into a groove, and you know, you can take them back out. And as I said, I will, you know, kind of do more of a direct use of this, I think, in a separate video, because I think it's a bit much for me to do it now. I did work today, and I just came home from work and decided to go ahead and unbox it. I actually received it yesterday. I was too tired to mess around with it. So let's go ahead and open up this box here and see what we got. Right here we've got some Climax fittings. Let's pull them out. We got some P14s, 80 of them, and then we also have some Tensos that are P14s as well. So this is a starter set, and this is let's see here. Yeah. So this is a starter set for the Tenso connectors, 80 pieces, and this is an 80-piece set of the Climax connectors. So this is just my initial purchase. I didn't want to buy one of the little kits. One of them is like, it comes in a sustainer. I may get one of those in the future, but one of them was, it's $400 for the cheaper one and $800 for the more extensive one, which will give you a whole bunch of different connectors and stuff. Maybe I'll purchase that in the future. I don't know. Right now I just want to kind of get up and running, and you know, just these two boxes right here to kind of give you an idea of how much or how expensive the connectors are for this particular machine. These two boxes alone, 80 pieces here, 80 pieces here, this is $230. Okay, so the connectors are not cheap, but they do provide a convenience that you don't necessarily get with other things, because especially with the Tenso connectors, you're talking about a connection that is not visible from the outside, unlike screws, unlike you know, very similar. I mean, it'd be similar to like if you use a domino where you don't go all the way through. You won't see that connection as well, but you would be required to use glue and clamps to hold it together, whereas with this, you could actually, with the Tenso connectors specifically, you can clamp a device or something together. You'll see no fasteners, and you can glue it and it'll be permanent, or in cases if you need to, you can actually pop the pieces apart and reassemble them later. So the reusability of these, which I'll put that through its paces, is one of the main reasons why I was looking at a system like this. I was also considering the Mafel Dual Dowler, which of the joinery systems, it actually has the lowest cost for the actual connectors, but then you still get, you know, you still have to worry about, you know, purchasing clamps to clamp things together for glue ups. This particular machine, the way I see it, can be used in conjunction with both the domino or a Mafel Dual Dowler, and you won't need to use well, at least the advertisement is, you won't need to use screws, you won't need to use clamps. You can simply use these connectors in your work and pop things together basically like Legos, and you know, also have the opportunity to take it apart if you need to, if you don't glue it. So I'm looking forward to it. The Climax is not exactly a you do have to drill a pilot hole in order to get to the the area to use the screwdriver to lock and unlock the cam. These you can leave in, and you can take the piece of work. You can take the piece apart, put it back together as many times as possible. The tensile connectors, not quite sure how many times you could take it apart and put it back together, and how long that will last. That's something I'll be able to test over time. Again, I'm going to leave this video right here. Come on back to the channel if you want to see me actually using this, if you'd like. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.